YouTube, what's good with y'all, man? It's Kibir, back with another video. Currently in the parking lot of another place. I know the last video was also in a parking lot, but this one, I just got off the gym, so I'm feeling really good, really pumped up. Honestly, just wanted to get on here, some motivation, maybe somebody that might need to hear it. I'll be honest, this last week, I kind of fell off the bandwagon a little bit. I wasn't meditating. So I don't know if you've been keeping up with these recent videos where I'm just trying to get back on a little bit of the self-improvement stuff. Just trying to better myself again, because for a long time I wasn't really paying attention to my health, my mental health, all these things. So I'm kind of back on that now. I really just want to feel much better. I used to feel way better about everything before. Now, last couple of years focused way too much on career and money, and I got those things now, and now really want to lock in on the mental, because I just noticed I wasn't enjoying life as much as I did. So anyways, this last week though, I'll be honest, got really busy with work and stuff, so I wasn't able to really pay attention to myself again. So today meditated, hit the gym. I mean, the gym thing's pretty normal, I do that pretty often, but the meditating part was the biggest one. Wasn't doing that, and I wasn't able to control my mind a little bit, just wasn't able to relax, as much as I wanted to. So anyways, just wanted to make the video though. I didn't feel as bad as let's say me not doing it for a couple months straight. The difference is you stop a habit that's good for you for a week, you're still pretty good. You stop it for a year, oh yeah, dude, that's all the progress is gone. So I feel it's okay. Just wanted to make a video in case anybody else needed to hear this. It's okay to not necessarily have everything figured out, or let's say you do something new and you get on it for 2 weeks straight, and then you have something happen where you had to take a week off. And that happens, that's life. Everybody has to deal with shit like that, right? So, but then you get back on it, you notice okay, well, either I can keep progressing in the bad path of not doing it, or I can at least push myself to do it again. For instance, before this last week, I was meditating every day for 10 minutes every day, which was a big deal for me. I haven't done that in years. So being able to just sit down 10 minutes, not do anything, and just be in my own little zone. At first it's a little hard, but then eventually you start really enjoying it. But anyways, today I was all right, well, I'm pretty sure I won't be able to do it for 10 minutes in a row. I don't know, there was just something about it where it's I know for a fact I can't do 10 minutes. Let me start out with 5 again. So I'm let me build myself back up to 10 minutes. So now I'm on 5 minutes. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. By the way, I don't know how many of you can tell, but the quality should be a little bit better. I got a new phone the other day. So yeah, anyways, Mr. Materialism is back. So that's all I've been thinking about. Materialism's back. The meditation shit was cool, but now we're back on the material shit, boys. Yeah, so anyways, just a little relapsing whatever bad habits you might have. I had some really weird habits before. I used to vape a lot. Quit that shit this year, finally. Kicked the habit. It's been 7 or 8 months, which has been awesome. I'm never gonna pick one up again. And it's but anyways, at first I was struggling with that as well a lot, where I'd go for maybe 3 or 4 days, get back on it, relapse, go for another week, relapse, and then eventually I kicked the habit where it was all right, well, I'm building up the muscle to go longer and longer without the vape. And then eventually I just took a trip to New York to see some family, and then I was I'm not gonna be hitting the heady when I'm in New York, right? So I completely kicked the can on that. I was there for 2.5 weeks, so that helped me a lot. And then once I got past the 2.5 week mark, I completely stopped having withdrawals and all those things. So a lot of times when you're building new habits, there's going to be times where you relapse, and that's when you have to make a choice where I can keep going down the road where you can actually see yourself making bad decisions, and you'll be okay, I could keep going down this bad path, or I could just push myself to maybe, let's say you go 2 weeks without hitting the vape, you relapse, and you're on day 4 of relapsing, and then you're all right, man, I know this is bad for me, but I gotta do something about it. So then you maybe start off with 2 days in a row, then you hit it again, and then it's all right, well, now I could do 2 days pretty comfortably, then 4 days, then 6 days, and 8 days, and 10 days, and then eventually you just it's good to just quit completely. So that's pretty much how I've been looking at like all these bad habits. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't plan on relapsing on the vape again. I really don't want to. I personally, I just think about it. I'm like, you know, the amount of damage it's done to my lungs probably the last couple of years that I've done it, I just can't like imagine doing it. And it's also like with the vape and all the bad stuff in life. Usually it's just when you're around people and things that kind of trigger the relapse. Like, let's say for instance, if I was taking the vape example and everyone around me hit the vape, but I'm the only one trying to quit, it is impossible. It is literally impossible. Like, sometimes the environment has to shift in order to like quit your bad habit. Like, for instance, me right now, I don't know at what point, but I really want to, you know, try moving around, just getting out of town and just like living in different places. Because I feel like there's a different level of growth you feel as soon as you leave like the nest, you could say, you know, like if you still live in the hometown you grew up in, like for instance I do, oh my God, bro, like I it's just the faces you see, the places that are just like, you almost kind of forget how big the world is, and you almost like don't see yourself growing past that, you know? And that's like another thing where it's like sometimes the environment needs to shift and then you'll completely like become a different person. And that's like one of those things where I think about a lot, where if I could move to like LA or fucking Florida or like any of these tropical places. I've lived in a cold environment my whole life, so it's like I really think about moving to these warmer climates a lot more. Now, anyways, I just feel like I can reinvent myself almost, you know? It's like I can be a different person. It's like sometimes, dude, even that kind of gets in your way where you're like, am I better than the environment I'm in, you know? And that like kind of fucks you up a little bit in the way you think. But it's like you just got to realize, like, yes, you are who you want to be at the end of the day, right? Like, you are like who you want to be in. But like, I understand mentally getting that blockage is hard, like clearing through that blockage in your head where you want to reinvent yourself, you want to be a different person, you want to, you know, grow up or, you know, mature and experience new things. But it's like, man, this is like one thing I think about a lot, and that's like I want to travel more. I've only traveled to like, yeah, okay, I've done a little bit of traveling, nothing too crazy, but man, I just think about like changing my environment a lot. And fuck, dude, hopefully like this next year I'm gonna be able to do so, just to like for work. Even I just want to get the fuck out, you know? I think about that too, but like I feel like that'll help me in a different way, you know? It's like for instance, the relapse shit, I feel like it'll happen even less. Like me going like, let's say a month consistently meditating every day and then relapsing a week, I feel like that wouldn't really happen as much if I'm just in a different environment as well, where it's like I'm not around distractions, I'm not around people that could, you know, remind me of an older version of me. Because that happens too, where let's say your friends are like, you know, the same ones you've always had and they've always done bad habits, but like you're the one trying to improve yourself. It's really hard to be around them and not do the bad habits with them, you know? Because they'll be like, oh yeah, bro, just hit the heady, bro. You with us, gang. It's like, gang, I don't really want to do that no more, you know? I feel like I want to be a quarter zip guy now. I don't want to be the tech fleece guy, you know? And they're like, nah, gang, you got to be on the tech fleece. It's like, that's an example, like a TikTok thing, but damn, this guy's speeding through this parking lot. Holy shit, he's about to hit a fucking kid, bro. That's another thing too. I want to cut down my cussing as well. I've been doing that a little bit more, you know? Just environment, bruh. But like, you know, self-control too. All these things. But like, I just want to make a video, like, you know, relapses happen in whatever bad habit you're trying to quit. Don't be too hard on yourself. Just like, no, it's part of the journey almost. But then it also like reminds you of how bad you want to quit too. That's another thing. Was like, I was a month in, quit for a week for meditating, and I realized like how much worse I felt. And I was like, all right, this makes me want to go even harder on not quitting. Or sorry, quitting. Fuck. Quitting. Of quitting the habit of not quitting. Now I'm just confusing myself. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this little video. It's just random. I got off the gym and I was like, let me record. I don't know, I just felt some different level of motivation. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you did, hit that like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm gonna be posting whenever I have this like zoned aura, you know, where I'm in the zone to film. I don't like, that's one thing I realized too before, was I used to film and just post shit whenever, or like every day, just to like say I did it every day. But then I realized it's not really coming from the heart, you know. And I feel like there's times where shit is not just motivating you, but it comes from the heart. That's when I want to post. So anyways, oh fuck, it's cold. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, hit that like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. You guys take care. Peace.